Big thanks to Napoleon Grills for sponsoring this episode.
I decided that it's finally time to deep clean my 3-year-old gas grill. I've got special memories about this grill because 3 years ago I went to Canada and I put this together in the factory myself. So I want this thing to be as good as new again. Give it like a little bit of TLC, a little bit of love, and to get it to where, well, I'm proud of it again, because so far I've done at least 100 cooks without doing any deep cleaning, so we're gonna find some gnarly stuff in there because it might look fantastic if you look at it right now, but you haven't seen the inside yet. If you take a look at the lid, then it has these little spots on it. And even if I rub it with my finger, it already gets better. And then the chrome is spotty as well. I'm all gonna fix that to make it look much better. Of course, you see the black edges around the thermometer, grease drippings right here. That's all gotta go. But the harder part comes on the inside. I still have a cast iron griddle sitting in it that I used in my last cook. The whole interior is completely black. It's supposed to be a gray, so we're going back to that. But just take a look at these lights and then you understand that it's not supposed to be this color. Of course, I did the maintenance that I needed to do between the cooks. For instance, making sure that I emptied my grease trays and dripping trays so that I don't get a grease fire inside my grill. I cleaned up my grill grates every now and then, but this time I want to go deep. I want to clean the whole thing. Before I'm going to clean this grill, I'm going to show you the most embarrassing part of all. This is what I am a little bit ashamed for. I'm going to show you anyway, but please don't judge me. The inside underneath the grill is absolutely horrifying. Look at the gunk that sits below this grill. It is absolutely horrifying. Dust, gunk, grease. If you're a neat freak, this is probably your worst nightmare, and I do apologize sincerely. All right, let's clean this thing up and make sure that it looks nice again. I'm gonna take out the grill grates, take out the flavorizer bars, remove the dripping tray liner and put the dripping tray back in because I'm going to need it for the next step. And for the dirty work, I'm moving my grill to another spot in the garden. I'm gonna start by scraping off the big chunks of dirt that sit on this grill. I'm using a painter spatula because that won't damage the grill at all. Working my way from top to bottom, getting all that dirt down into the bottom of the grill. And to get rid of that last bit of dust and debris, I'm using my fireplace vacuum machine, sucking it all up and getting it ready for the next stage. For the next part of the clean, I'm going to use these two important things. One is a very intense cleaner for ovens, for barbecues, for stuff like that. These are very acidic, so that means they're going to eat away at the dirt, but at the same time they're going to eat away at anything else that it touches. So I'm going to put on some gloves because I don't want my hands to get eaten by that stuff. And that foam I'm going to let sit on the barbecue so it eats away at the dirt. With this oven and grill cleaner, I'm also going to spray a little bit of the outside, just the parts that are exceptionally dirty. And while the chemicals do their job, I'm going to put the grill grates in a tray, spray them down with the same chemicals, and again, I'm making sure that I use enough chemicals. This is a once in a 3-year deep clean, so I want to do it right. Let the chemicals sit on the grill grates for at least 10 minutes so they can do your job for you. It's been about 10 minutes and the chemicals have been doing their job. But I want to add another step. I'm going to take a small, this is a nail brush. I'm going to use that. You can use a dishwashing, what are these things called? I don't know. We put it in the dishwasher. The dishwashing brush. Just work it in, get a little bit of those chemicals on your brush and make sure that they get everywhere. And that's what I'm going to do for whole of the barbecue. I'm just going to take that brush, work it, and help the chemicals get into the right spots. Come take a look at the grill grates. They in the meantime have been sitting in the chemicals and the chemicals have been eating away at the dirt, and you see the dirt is just popping off. The chemicals are going underneath the dirt and separating the dirt from the metal. That is a great example of what's going on. Now that the chemicals did most of the work for me, I'm just going to add a little bit of warm water, and with the kitchen sanding pad I'm going to sand the grill grates clean. After a bit of elbow grease, you can see that these grill grates were stainless steel. Yes, not black. And now they have shiny exterior once again. And truly, this will make my grilling much more easier because food won't stick to it anymore. Time to rinse the barbecue off, and a high-end barbecue like this might have some electrical parts. Mine surely does. A few lights here and there and some electrical wiring. So what I'm not going to do is take a high pressure hose and just rinse it off. I'm going to use like one of these garden hoses, and then I'm going to set it to a low setting. So it's just a gentle little bit of water, only where I aim it and only where I want it, and not into the electrical part. And with an abrasive pad and a little bit of soapy water, I'm going to clean the rest of the grill. Just a light scrubbing movement, and be careful here because you're dealing with stainless steel. You don't want to scratch it. So a light polish is the best thing you can do. I'm starting with some of the stainless steel elements as well as the lights, because those things shine out the most. Most of the interior has a matte black finish, and no matter how I scrub it, it will never turn into stainless steel. But look at how good that stainless steel looks once it's cleaned up. Of course, I'm gonna keep on scrubbing, getting rid of all the dirt that sits in this grill. Some parts are gonna get shiny, some parts are gonna stay black. Especially with the back burner, it's going to keep a stainless steel look with a burn spot because of carbonization. I just love that part where I start scrubbing and everything starts to shine and look good, and all the grease and muck just disappears. Once I got the inside scrubbed, I want to work on my side burner. I think I'm gonna need more chemicals for this because it kind of sticks real hard. There's a lot of grease that went into this side burner. I'm also going to use a tiny toothbrush to get in these little holes and spots where I otherwise couldn't get into. And a little bit more water, I can rinse it off and make it look almost all the way clean. The last thing that I need to do on the inside of the barbecue is scrub the flavorizer bars, and when they're clean, they can go into the grill. And once that's done, I'm going to check the burners before I put the flavorizer bars in. I want to make sure that all the holes are open and these burners are going to burn absolutely perfect. Then the flavorizer bars go back in, the grill grates go back in, and the inside of this grill is completely finished. Now we're getting to the most dreaded part, the storage area. Oh man. I would rather skip this part, but it will probably also be the most rewarding part. If this is clean, it's going to be a whole other grill. I'm going to use the Napoleon 3-in-1, whereas before I used a very aggressive type of cleaning agent. Now I'm going to use a more light cleaning agent that you can use on anything. It degreases a lot and it removes dirt, so perfect for the job. I'm just going to spray the whole thing, scrub it out, wash it out, and hopefully then it's going to be super clean. This is far worse than I expected. I need a scraping tool to get rid of the muck that sits in this grill. Just look at that. I recommend cleaning the inside, your storage area, every now and then. It's like maybe once a month or so. Or if you use it 10 times a month, just once a month, go through it. Save yourself the trouble that I have to go through now. Blah. The inside is done, and I'm pretty happy with the result. It's now super clean compared to what it was, at least. I bet you can eat from the inside now. Whereas you could eat before, but there's, never mind. While we're here, I'm going to check my gas bottle, because if we're cleaning, it's always a great moment to do maintenance as well. So I'm going to connect my gas bottle and then check to see if I have any leaks in my hoses. I'm going to turn on the gas and then spray on soapy water. And if I can see bubbles appear, I know I have a leak. This connection seems to work perfect. Luckily no bubbles, which means we're perfectly safe and good to go for another 3 years. The inside of the grill is now clean, the storage area is clean, the gas is checked, everything's good to go except for the outside of the grill. And that's maybe the most important part, because what do you want? You want a beautiful showpiece in your garden. And that's also why you need to be careful when cleaning the outside of the grill. You can't just take a sponge or like a real stainless steel scrubber and start scrubbing this thing. You're gonna have spots and you're gonna get gnarly things. This is a delicate outside. It's stainless steel. Treat it like your indoor stainless steel appliances. So again, I'm going to use a light cleaning agent, spray it all over and let it sit for a minute. Clean it up with a dry towel until it's dry. But of course, we're in the Netherlands. And when you do that, it always starts raining. Look at it. This should have been my moment to shine. I have a thing with cleaning grills, and this is it. Every time I do something, it starts working against me. It's like I'm not meant to be cleaning grills. I'm meant to grill on grills. I feel like a little princess on a pea. This is a problem. It's raining on my beautiful cleaned grill. But you guys get the point. It's clean, and no matter what happens, next time I'm going to be grilling on this, I'm going to be shining and radiating from I was going to say a smile from ear to ear, because this is my beautiful grill. Look at me. I should get clean.